In this video, you're going to learn an AI outreach strategy for booking meetings with small businesses. So whether you're going to work with roofers, HVAC companies, pest control, dental clinics, physical therapy clinics, whatever it may be, you're going to learn how you can target those types of companies, book yourself some meetings, and ultimately make more money. So let's get right into it, right? So there's going to be 4 things we're going to cover in this video. We're going to go over how you can actually build this lead list of all these small businesses. We're going to use Clay to enrich these companies. Clay is the AI tool that I mentioned. We're going to write the scripts. I'm going to show you how you can write the scripts in a way that stands out in the inbox. And the last thing we're going to cover is just going about booking small businesses in for a call, whether it's a Zoom meeting, whether it's a Google Meets, whatever it may be. So why is this important, right? You have to understand that small businesses get hit with offers from marketing and software people all the time, claiming that their software or their service is the solution or the key to all of their problems. So what I mean is, I want you to put yourself in the shoes of like a dental clinic owner in Chicago that's been in business for 20 years. So just put yourself in that dental clinic owner's shoes, right? You've ran your clinic for 20 years, so more than likely you've been hit with all different types of offers, such as like Google ads, SEO, Facebook ads, TikTok ads, EHR solutions, appointment scheduling solutions. You guys get my point. What I'm trying to say here is that throughout your lifespan, or throughout the clinic's lifespan, you've quite literally been hit with everything, you've seen everything, and you've ultimately probably already tried everything, right? If you're a dental clinic that's been around for that long, for example, you've probably tried Facebook ads, you've probably tried SEO, you've probably tried Google ads. And who knows, more than likely, if you're not running any Google ads, it's probably because you got burned in the past, or it's probably because you were paying too much, so you paid somebody to do your service, and they ended up not booking you any meetings, or they ended up not generating you any leads, or you tried a software before, like an EHR software, whatever it may be, and it just didn't, you only bought it because it said AI, and you thought it would actually help your clinic out, but in the end, it didn't actually do anything for you. So the point I'm trying to get at here is that you've quite literally seen and heard it all, and you've also tried out all of these solutions probably in the past, and so you're just like, all right, man, like, how is your marketing stuff different than this other agency I tried? How is your software different than this other software I'm currently using? How are you different versus everybody else who's also pitching the same exact thing? So, their trust is low and they're skeptical of you, essentially. But in this document, I'm going to show you how you can get past this quote-unquote saturation and book yourself some meetings with small businesses. So obviously, when you get them on the call, it's up to you to actually differentiate yourself and show how you're different versus everybody else. But this video is just more about outreach and the messages that you can use to stand out in their inbox and just make yourself different than everybody else who does the same exact thing. So why should you listen to me, first of all? Well, my name is Aaron Noriel. Me and my company Gamic Media send almost 100,000 cold emails every single month, and we've worked with many different types of offers and softwares. There's some of them here before. There's some of them listed, and we've gotten some pretty good results for our clients. You can go look through my channel, look at all the case studies I have, and you can just pause the video to go and read all the screenshots that I have here. That's all fine and dandy, right? So the 4 tools that you're going to need is SmartLead. SmartLead is the sending tool that we're going to send the emails from. You're going to need Outscraper. Outscraper we're going to use to actually build that lead list of small businesses. You're going to need Clay. Clay is the AI enrichment tool that lets you ride all the AI fancy stuff. And fourth, you need Million Verifier. Million Verifier you're just going to need to verify that the email is valid that you're sending to, just so you don't end up landing in spam or you're sending to an address that doesn't exist. So step number 1 is actually going by building the lead list. So we're going to use Outscraper for building the lead list, and once you sign up for their software, you want to hover on the left side of the menu, go to Services, go to By Type, and go to Businesses and POI, and click on Google Maps Data Scraper. So essentially this scraper is just going to scrape Google Maps. So imagine you type, let's say, dental clinics near me, right? And you get all the stuff on Google Maps for all these dental clinics near you. This tool will let you scrape all of those clinics or those search queries and extract the emails from every single one and get the phone numbers as well. That's all we're going to use this for. So once you're here and you go to Google Maps Scraper, you're going to be left with something like this here. And don't worry, I'll go over actually how to input the stuff. So once you're here, you can input the filters, like I said. So let's say I want to go after Italian restaurants in the U.S. So to go after Italian restaurants in the U.S., I look up, okay, I go to ChatGPT and look up what cities have the highest concentration of Italian food. And from what I found, it was LA, Boston, San Francisco, and Las Vegas. So here's what that would look like on Outscraper. So if you can see here, I have Italian restaurant, Italian food, Northern Italian restaurant, Southern Italian, and I have for the location, Las Vegas, Boston, Los Angeles, and San Francisco. And essentially, we're going to use the email and contact scraper. You're going to extract the emails and socials and delete the email duplicates. That's all you need to do. So for you, it could be like plumbers near me, or plumbing, or let's say pest control, or roofers in LA, and Boston, and in Las Vegas, whatever it may be, right? You're just going to input the city and you're going to input the search query. And I want you to imagine that the search bar above is like a Google Maps search. You can input as many search terms as you want relating to your industry or the type of small business that you want to target. So for my case, I could literally input fettuccine alfredo or like lasagna in this case. For you, it could be divorce lawyer, it could be immigration lawyer. You get my point, right? You can use the same variations of the same different things. So for example, if you're targeting insurance agencies, the local insurance agencies near you, you could put like commercial insurance, small business insurance, PNC insurance, that type of thing. I want you to think outside the box and put things related to your industry. And then once you've inputted everything, go with these settings here below. So you're going to extract the emails and socials, and you just want to delete email duplicates. You can also no. You can also ignore the one without emails, but if you're going to, this is only helpful if you're extracting the, phone numbers, right? I would just leave, I would leave this off for now and just extract it anyway. So all that's left for you is to press get data, and within a few hours your lead list should be ready. If you want to watch a full in-depth guide that I made, you can check out this video on my channel called How to Scrape Unlimited Leads for Small Businesses. I literally step-by-step walk you through the entire process. It's a pretty good video. This is just a high-level overview, but if you want a full in-depth breakdown, go check that video out. Now, once you have the lead list, we're now going to use Clay to enrich the company with some unique angles. So essentially, Clay is like a prospecting tool that lets you create lead lists and write copy by connecting with other softwares like ChatGPT. We're going to use Clay's built-in AI web scraper called Claygent for our personal AI assistant in this case. So you can pull data for using this tool from a company's website, their LinkedIn profile, hiring posts, Google Maps, so much more. The use case for Clay is quite literally unlimited. Like, there's so many things that you can do to actually enrich all these companies. These are all things that you can do to make your emails relevant and stand out in the inbox. And don't worry, I'll walk you through everything in this video. So one of the things that we love doing is calling out a competitor. And I love this angle because every single small business owner deals with the threat of competition. So if you can call out their competition and mention that you can help beat them, they'll be interested. So just imagine like a dental clinic owner in Chicago that's been in there for 20 years, right? They know their competitors in their area. They know all the competitors who's down the street. They know the competitors who's 20 miles out, who also whose patients also go there. They know all the competitors in their area. So if you can call out their competitors and say, hey, it looks like this company is like beating you in this case. We can help you beat them and, help you become the leading dental clinic in Chicago. They'll be interested because they know all the competitors, right? So once you've imported the lead list from Outscraper, you now want to put this lead list in Clay. And you're going to want to leave the website and the address column in the table like I have below. So all you're going to do is once you've imported the lead list, you just want the website and you want the address. That's it. Then using Claygent, you can prompt it to search for its competitors. So here's the prompt that we use. So we're just like, hey, using this company's website here and using this company's address here, find me the competitors in their area. Just output me 2 competitors, right? And then it should output you 2 competitors of that business, and you can use that data in their email. So I believe for this example, we were targeting like car dealerships in Miami. So if we're targeting, let's say we're reaching out to a Lexus dealership, we're like, hey, it looks like Honda dealership of Miami, and Mercedes dealership in Miami seem to be the best, seem to be like the top choices for cars in your area. We can help you beat these dealerships and help you become the number one dealership in Miami using blah 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 blah. You get my point. All you're doing is just calling out their local competition and just saying, hey, we can help you beat them by using our software, our marketing services, or whatever, right? That's all you're going to be doing. Now, another thing you could do is you could also call out the Google reviews. So you're starting to see how like in depth and advanced this can take it. You can leverage Google reviews using Clay. So here's how you do it. So you're going to use Clay's Google integration to find the reviews. So all you're going to do is you're going to put the website in for the Clay's Google integration and let it run. And once it's ran, it should look something like this. So it'll be like, oh, this company is, here's like the title, here's the phone number, here's the Google review, here's their address, here's the total amount of reviews, here's the website, here's all that, right? You should now add the rating and the amount of reviews as a column, and we're going to use this later, right? Now, one easy way to use this data is to simply mention the amount of reviews that they have and what their actual rating is. So for example, you can be like, hey, I found you on Google and saw that you had a 4.9 star rating. Congratulations on that. Now, this is not the most optimal or most relevant personalization unless your offer is something related to Google My Business or SEO, but you can still use this data in the PS line. So what I mean is, this is an okay personalization, you know, mentioning their Google star reviews, but unless you have an offer that's like, will help you boost the reviews, or will help you optimize your Google My Business profile, or will help you with your SEO backlinks, whatever it may be, mentioning this in the first line doesn't really do anything. Like if you're selling like a software and you mention, oh nice, you have 4.9 stars, it's okay. It's not really relevant to the software, right? So why would you even say it in the first line? But you could still use this data in the PS line. So let me show you how. Now, here's why a weak personalization works in the PS line. So if the personalization isn't entirely relevant to your offer, you can still use it in the PS line. Why? Because it shows that you added an extra touch of information and at least you did some research. Plus, putting it in the PS line removes all the extra fluff, helping the prospect read and understand your offer faster. So for example, if you get straight to the point in your email and your first line doesn't have that extra, you know, I saw you have 5 stars on Google, you could just literally replace that, but you could delete that line and just get right to your offer and then put that at the end. So it'll be like, hey, our software can help you streamline your operations and help you save 20 to 40 hours a week. We help this other company do this. Then call to action and then the PS line, instead of just, hey, I saw that you had blah 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 blah. I don't know if that makes the most sense, but what I'm just trying to say here is that if you remove the PS line, you'll if you remove the first line, this personalization, and put it in the PS line instead, it'll be at the end after they've read your whole offer, instead of just personalization and then the offer. So if you can just immediately get straight to the offer as soon as the prospect clicks on the email, you're more likely to get more positive responses. That's just why I do it, right? Or now that we have some great data points, we can now get into script writing. So by far the highest performing script for us has been the competitor angle, and this is why I recommend all of you to use. So here's like the script, right? So you can say, hey, name, it looks like competitor 1 and competitor 2 are the top choices for your industry in your area according to Google. We can help you beat your competition and make you the leading whatever industry they're in their city using our mechanism. Interested in learning how. And the reason this works is all small businesses, again, have the threat of local competitors in their area. If you go to a dental clinic in your city and you ask them, hey, who's the 2 most likely competitors that you have to your clinic right now? They can probably name it. Like, it won't be like a big franchise, but they can probably name it on hand. Oh, it's this clinic and this clinic. Okay, gotcha. So they already know, they already have an idea of who their competitors are in their area because they've been running their business for a while. So if you mention that, hey, we can help you beat them, and you literally name drop them in the email, it looks like you actually manually, researched them and hand wrote this email. That's why it works so good, right? And for example, here's the thing that we had. So I don't know if you could read this fully, but essentially, let me zoom in. Oh, it's not that bad. But essentially, this is for a physical therapy offer. So we're just calling out 2 physical therapy clinics in their area, and we're like, hey, they look like top physical therapy clinics in your area. We can establish you as the leading physical therapy clinic in your city and help you beat your competitors using blah blah. Would you be open to learning how this works? And this guy said, yes, I'm interested, and we booked him in for a meeting. So this stuff works. Trust me, this is the best angle so far that we found, besides just mentioning their Google reviews. I'd suggest you guys use it. Now, another thing is, unless your offer is directly tied to their Google My Business profile, don't mention the Google ratings, in my opinion, right? So, for example, here's an example of both you could do, right? So it's like, hey, John, saw that you had a 4.5 star rating on Google. Congratulations on the hard work you guys do. We can, offer relating to your reviews. We can help you boost your reviews by taking down negative reviews on your website, helping you stand out and attract more local viewers. Recently, we helped XYZ company do this, and they were able to increase their reviews by 100%. Would you be interested in doing something similar? Now, again, just make sure your offer here is somehow related to the reviews, or else it just sounds fluff. It sounds automated. So the PS line script is a lot better instead. So this is what I mean. So you can say, hey, John, I'll get right into it. You put your offer. We helped this company. Would you be interested in doing something similar? And then at the PS line at the end, congrats on the 4.9 star reviews on Google, right? That's all you got to do. And like I said, the reason why this is better than this is because this sounds automated. But this, they can just immediately, as soon as they click the email, read your offer, and at the end, you add a little bit of a personal touch. It's like a chef's kiss, I guess you could say. And like I said, it's just cutting out the fluff in the beginning and just instead putting it in the end. So try this out as well. Put it in the PS line. It works really well. Now, one last thing that I want to talk about or touch on is actually going ahead and booking in small businesses in for a Zoom meeting. So one thing you must realize is that when you're working with small businesses is that they're not going to be used to like Zoom calls or Google Meets calls, right? They're more like hands-on worker type of thing. They're not really on computer desk all day. So if you're trying to book them in for like a Zoom call, they might no-show. Like they might no-show. They might forget, because they don't really go by like their Google Calendar. They just go by whoever's at their door in the office at that day, right? So to counter this, I suggest that you get their phone number while booking them in. That way you can call them, literally call their phone number if they don't show up. And also, I highly suggest that you send email reminders through your scheduling tool to remind them that you have a call at the X time. So I know Calendly does this through their workflow. You can send an email reminder and a text reminder to them, basically saying, hey, remember, just a reminder that 24 hours from now is our meeting. Just a reminder that 1 hour from now is our meeting, right? These are little things that you can do to not only adjust to having calls with small businesses, but also increase your close rate by increasing the amount of people that show up to the call. And like I said, it's quite simple. More people that show up to the call, the more likely you're going to close, right? It sounds stupid, but it genuinely makes sense. But yeah, that's pretty much it. So to summarize here, when you're reaching out to small businesses, if you can leverage AI, it will greatly enhance your booking rate. And quite literally, if you add a little bit of personal touch, it'll increase your positive reply rate a lot and allow you to book more meetings. That's pretty much it. Now, if you are an agency or any other type of B2B business that's making over $30,000 a month, book a time we below and we'll book your next 3 calls for free. With all that said, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for this video, for watching this video to the end. Implement these strategies. Like, don't just watch these videos and this sounds cool. Implement these strategies, especially the competitor one. I guarantee you will book more meetings and close more sales if you add something like this, if you're reaching out to small businesses. Thank you so much for watching, and hope you have a wonderful day. Bye bye.